Hi everyone, I'm Brenda Braxton. Welcome to Compassion in Action, a special televised fundraising event benefiting Central City Concern. I'm thrilled to be with you tonight as we highlight the great work of Central City Concern and all that it does for so many in need right here in Portland. Throughout the show, you will learn so much more about their mission and critical work over these last 42 years. I know that you will be just as moved and inspired as I am. We also have some very special guests tonight that you're not going to want to miss. Plus, just an incredible performance by singer-songwriter Jimmy Harrod, star of Pink Martini and America's Got Talent. What an incredible voice. So I'm going to be with you here in studio, and joining me remotely in downtown Portland is my friend and co-host, Dale Johannes. Dale, take it away.
Hello, Brenda. It's great to see you, my friend. As Brenda said, I'm Dale Johannes, your co-host, and we really do have a fantastic show for you this evening. And speaking of shows, a show like this, it does not happen easily or without the generosity of some very important friends and sponsors. So with that, please help us recognize our presenting sponsor tonight, our friends at U.S. Bank. We greatly appreciate U.S. Bank joining us tonight at our presenting sponsor level. U.S. Bank has been a longtime supporter of Central City Concern and so many other organizations, not only here in the Portland area, but nationwide. Thank you, U.S. Bank, for all that you do for Central City Concern and for our entire community. Our platinum sponsors, Larry and Pam Nato Family Charitable Fund, Providence Health Plan, and Walsh Construction. Our producing sponsors, Care Oregon, Coin Meter, Kaiser Permanente, PNC Bank, and RAIN, the Growth Agency. Our premier sponsors, Autodesk, Becker Capital, Brown & Brown Northwest, Goldsmith Blocks, Legacy Health, McHugh and Gisvold LLP, Miller Nash, The Oregon Clinic, The Standard, and Washman Car Washes. And our patron sponsors, KPFF Consulting Engineers, Sarah Architects, United Fire, and USI Insurance Services. Thanks again to all of our sponsors for their incredible generosity in making tonight's Compassion in Action a reality. We have a great show in store for you, including some very special guests that we think you'll really enjoy. But most importantly, tonight we need the generous support of viewers and donors, just like you at home, to help us raise the critically needed funds for Central City Concern's ongoing programs and services, and to ensure that everyone they serve, receives the resources they need, especially during these critical times. Your support of CCC right now, when the community and our neighbors need it most, is one of the most complete and comprehensive investments you can make in our community. You see, CCC has over 4 decades of experience focused on addressing the key drivers of homelessness, and they work with thousands of people each year, bringing housing, recovery, mental health, employment, and physical health care services together to provide lasting solutions for people struggling with some of life's biggest challenges. Your gift, it can and will make a difference. The giving is super easy and it's completely tax deductible. Now we have a couple ways for you to donate. On your mobile device or your tablet, you simply text the letters CIA to the number 50155, and you'll immediately receive a link to securely complete your donation. You can also donate online if you prefer at centralcityconcern.org by clicking on that donate button.
Thanks, Dale, and you're right, donating is super easy. So let's get started. Did you know that homelessness affects up to 12,000 people across the Tri-County region? So let's learn more about the causes and solutions. Please give a warm welcome to the President and CEO of Central City Concern, Rachel Solotaroff.
Thanks so much, Brenda, and many thanks to everyone tuning in at home. Hi, I'm Rachel Solotaroff, the President and CEO here at Central City Concern. I first walked in the doors of CCC in 2006 when I was working as a research fellow at Oregon Health and Science University. Though I'm trained as a physician and a researcher, I've always been most fascinated by the power of community, to take care of its own, to harness the power of listening, connection, innovation, and yes, scientific evidence to make things better for those who are most impacted. And after my first day at CCC, I knew that this was the place where that could happen. Tonight I'd like to tell you why. Up to 13,000 people experience homelessness in the Tri-County area, and we know the pandemic has made it easier for people already living on the edge to fall into homelessness. And for 42 years, CCC has been focused on one key question: what are the best practices to end homelessness? To do this, we listen, co-create with those with lived experience, innovate, and study. The crisis of homelessness requires solutions that take its complexity into account, with the compassion needed to support our neighbors as they find homes, regain health, and move towards stability. For instance, when we combine supportive housing with addiction treatment and peer support, we can improve people's completion of their treatment, improve their engagement with primary care, and drive down total healthcare costs. When we combine employment services with rent assistance, people are more likely to complete their employment program, more likely to obtain career track employment, and less likely to need rent assistance in the future. We know that culturally specific services produce better and more lasting outcomes for people of color than traditional services. If we apply our best evidence and best emerging practices, and if we do it at scale, we can and will end homelessness. This is the work that CCC engages in every day, the work the Portland community has trusted us to do since 1979. We're profoundly grateful for that and for your belief in us today. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight, and thank you for your support of Central City Concern.
At U.S. Bank, we power potential. Potential for our customers, potential for our communities. That's why we're working to increase Black home ownership and Black representation in the mortgage industry, and backing local partners to support the communities we serve by supplying nearly $204 million in capital to Black-owned businesses. Because the power of potential belongs to everyone, small enough to care, big enough to make a difference.
Hi, I'm Stacy Dodson. I am the Portland Market President here at U.S. Bank. At U.S. Bank, we have a very long-standing relationship with Central City Concern. And in fact, in the 1980s, as homelessness really gripped our city, we have continued to see in the decades that followed one of the largest issues facing our city, the most important issues facing our city, is in fact homelessness. As we've partnered with Central City Concern, fast forward to 2003, and it was our U.S. Bank Community Development Corporation in partnership with Central City Concern that helped bring the Richard L. Harris building to light in our city. Since then, U.S. Bank has continued to partner with Central City Concern, and in fact, we have worked with them on 15 projects that resulted in 1,300 affordable housing units right here in our beautiful city. So today, on behalf of U.S. Bank, I thank you for joining me in supporting the important work of Central City Concern. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, U.S. Bank. We truly appreciate you being with us tonight and lending your support to our show. And if that message inspires you, please show your support for Central City Concern with your generous gift. Your support of CCC right now, when our community and our neighbors need it most, is one of the most complete and comprehensive investments you can make. You'll be supporting CCC's full range of services, and you'll be directly funding job opportunities for people transitioning out of homelessness. CCC is a big part of the solution, and your generous gift can and will make a difference. And remember, it's not how much you give that matters, but that you give, and that you give whatever is meaningful to you. Every dollar matters. So do it right now. Text the letter CIA to the number 50155 or donate online at centralcityconcern.org.
Dale, thank you very much. Central City Concern has come such a long way since its founding in 1979. Back then, the agency primarily funded local recovery centers and repaired housing in Old Town Portland to make it safe for low-income residents. Today, Central City Concern helps more than 13,000 people every year through its comprehensive services, including affordable housing, health care, addiction treatment, and employment assistance. Let's see their work in action.
If Central City Concern had not helped me, I might be dead.
The choices that I made out on them streets led me to getting a bullet in my chest. By all rights, I shouldn't be here. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I wanted to live.
I was very stable. I had the white picket fence, the husband, the kids, everything was perfect. Things came crashing down. I was out there for about 17 years.
Not a lot of people want to work with you or give you opportunities.
Nobody wanted to hire a felon, somebody that was homeless.
I didn't have any money, and I had nowhere to go.
It's very hard for our clients to navigate through a system and not feel hopeless.
They've been living without hope for many years and trauma.
Yeah, there's programs out there.
5 days of detox and then out in the street you go. No follow-up, no caring.
But CCC, I call it the one-stop shop. You could get medical, dental, mental, housing, job, drug treatment. It's amazing.
Patients can come in and access the services that they are ready to and that they feel comfortable in accessing.
The services that are offered, I've lived all over this country and I've never seen anything like that.
The idea is housing, health, and employment services all under one roof.
CCC's model is treating the whole person and addressing every issue.
With integrated services, we do mental health services, supportive housing services, we have self-help groups, we help them access resources.
The medical, behavioral health, substance use treatment, we all communicate seamlessly, and it allows us to support them with all of their needs.
The whole team walks them to their unit and shows them that they're safe and they have a place to live.
They can just come and get what they're needing without having to jump through a variety of hoops.
The team can collaborate on what the best approach is to help and assist a client. When they're seeing concerns, they can work together before it becomes a larger issue.
I've worked in places before, for example, when they had mental health issues, I had to give them the phone number for another agency and say, good luck with that. And here it's all in one place.
Without treating the whole person, you just treat symptoms. It's like putting Band-Aids on a wound. It's not treating the wound, it's just Band-Aiding it over.
If you don't treat the whole person, the success rate is very low.
They've been living without hope for many years. Having integrated services, that has a super significant impact on the population that we're serving.
I just appreciated so much having everything just right there.
Culturally specific programs are important because our experience is unique.
To know that there are people like them that know their experiences, that know what they're going through.
No one understands our people like we do. When they see a person who reflects them, who understands them,
they can communicate with, that speaks the same language.
45% of our people who work for Central City Concern have lived experience, whether it's being in recovery or being incarcerated.
It makes it easier for them to be able to trust, to see success through my success.
We saw that for those who were incarcerated and exited our program with housing and employment, those folks' recidivism rates were literally cut in half.
The love and the energy, the passion that we all have for what we do.
My life has been so wonderful.
It gives so many people hope.
New beginnings, fresh starts.
It literally saved my life.
Life can't get any better.
It is about changing people's lives.
I see my future as bright as the stars right now.
People are hungry to get their lives back, and we really want to be a part of our community solutions.
It's working. People just need a safe place to land.
It's the people. Just a bunch of amazing people.
To help more people would be a godsend, because we all need help at some point.
Hi, I'm Dave Dahl, and I'm excited to be a part of Compassion in Action, this incredible fundraiser for Central City Concern. This organization holds a very special place in my heart. Like me, Central City Concern believes in second chances. Before starting Dave's Killer Bread, I spent 15 years in and out of prison, a total of 4 times. I made a lot of bad choices that got me to that point, but I made a choice that turned it all around. I chose to ask for help, and that changed everything for me. Every day, Portlanders turn to Central City Concern to help them change their lives. Homelessness, addiction, mental health, a criminal record, No challenge is too big for Central City Concern, and no client is too far gone for a fresh start. I'm asking that all of you at home give whatever you can to sustain Central City Concern's life-changing services. We would be so grateful for your support. Thanks for tuning in to Compassion in Action tonight and showing up for everyone who got a second chance. Thanks to Central City Concern. Take care.
Thanks so much, Dave. Your story inspires us all, and we thank you for taking the time to be with us this evening. And if Dave's message touches you and inspires you as it does me, please show your support for Central City Concern with your generous gift. You'll be supporting CCC's full range of services, and you'll be directly funding job opportunities like the Clean Start program for people transitioning out of homelessness and the many challenges they face. With CCC's 4 decades of experience focused on addressing key drivers of homelessness, such as housing, recovery, mental health, employment, and primary health care services, they work with thousands of people each year to provide lasting solutions for people struggling with some of life's biggest challenges. Please join us in supporting CCC. You text the letters CIA to the number 50155 or donate online at centralcityconcern.org.
Thanks, Dale, and thanks to all of you at home who are generously donating. Your support means so very much. Coming up next, let's go behind the scenes and meet some of the people who found hope and healing through the services and support at Central City Concern. Take a look.
I went from partying in high school to doing some pretty hard drugs, hanging out with the wrong crowd, ended up losing friends and family due to my addiction.
My dad went to prison and my mother committed suicide. My uncle adopted me and he sold pictures and videos of me into sex trafficking, and I felt like I didn't deserve anything.
I was so far gone that they didn't want me around. I ended up homeless and ended up having to detox in jail, and that's when I heard about Central City Concern.
I've been drinking for 50 years, lost a lot of great jobs, opportunities in life, and stumbled upon Central City Concern. They saved my life. They were the only organization to really reach out and make me understand the problem that I had.
I was about 6 months pregnant, and I learned about skills to be sober and to use in recovery to be a functioning person in society, whether it be mental health, physical health, detoxing, breastfeeding, anything that I needed, it was all there.
I struggled finding a job. I needed to get a place to live because I'd been homeless for many years.
I was a hazard to my family, but I got to come here, access the resources that were available.
Coming in, broken and defeated, and little by little, finding my own self-esteem. Central City Concern played a huge role in helping me buy my own home. They guide us and mentor us and lead us into a life where we can help others.
Today I have keys to all my family's homes. I'm the first one they call when anything good or bad happens.
I have my own apartment. I drive my own car. I pay my rent. I have family back in my life. Life's really good for me right now.
Central City Concern is a place for hope for me to learn a new life, to be a healthy and happy person. And now I don't have to depend on anybody.
Second chance could be the chance that saves someone's life.
It's important for me to share my story because I'm proof that it works. I am valuable. Today, I deserve to have a life worth living. Central City Concern has saved my life. Sorry. It's still a big deal.
Thank God for this organization. They made me realize there's a lot more out there, I promise you.
My movie until I got to CCC was a movie of pain, loss, hurt, and sorrow. My movie's ending with joy, happiness, support, and love. I went from being a hazard to an asset to my community.
Hi, I'm Larry Nato, and I've been on the board of Central City Concern for 34 years. I've seen it grow from a small agency with 3 hotels and a detox center to an organization with supportive housing, medical centers, pharmacies, employment services, and many programs to help those experiencing homelessness. I've personally encountered many people who were immensely helped by the services offered by Central City Concern. I've been in recovery for almost 40 years. I've seen so many people who have turned their lives around with the help of Central City Concern. I've seen them work miracles. Central City Concern's mission is to end homelessness. I'm so proud to be a platinum donor to this fundraising event and hope you'll find it in your heart to fund our solutions to homelessness. Thank you.
Larry Nato, thank you so much for your continuous and ongoing support of CCC. And now, it's your opportunity. Please show your support for Central City Concern with your generous gift. Your support of CCC right now, when the community and our neighbors need it most, is one of the most complete and comprehensive investments that you can make. CCC has over 4 decades of experience focused on addressing key drivers of homelessness, and they work with thousands of people each year. With their peer-to-peer focus, they provide healthcare, recovery, mental health support, and employment opportunities integrated together to provide life-changing solutions for people struggling with some of life's biggest challenges. Did you know that of CCC's 1,000 employees, 40% identify as in recovery? That's incredible. That's people with lived experience giving back to our community. And speaking of giving back, your generous gift, it can and it will make a difference. On your mobile device or your tablet, you simply text the letters CIA to the number 50155, and you'll immediately receive a link to securely complete your donation. You can also donate online if you prefer at centralcityconcern.org by clicking on that donate button. So, coming up next, I am thrilled to introduce our very special guest. He's a hometown guy. He performs with the legendary Pink Martini, and many of you will know him from this season's America's Got Talent, where he wowed the judges and all of America. And we are honored to have him here with us tonight. Please welcome, from our great city of Portland, Oregon, my friend, Jimmy Harrod.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Harrod, a singer and performer. You might know me as a member of Pink Martini or see me on AGT. I am so honored to be a part of Central City Concern's televised event, Compassion in Action. I've written a song that tries to articulate what Central City Concern does for the community. I hope you enjoy. If I saw you somewhere leaning on a lame post, close to kneeling, I would take you by the hand. I would pick you up, I would help you stand. See the roads long, ever winding, then the rains come with its timing. Never ceases to amaze how we try to dodge a drop, yet another finds its way. So I'll walk, oh I'll walk the path and share a laugh until the road has met its end. Oh I'll walk, oh I'll walk. We don't have to talk. Silence I can comprehend. Oh, I'll walk. Oh, I'll walk. We can all get lost sometimes. It's so nice to have a friend on this walk. If you see me in a small place, growing quiet, hiding my face, help me see the day anew. In my moment of need, can I depend on you to walk, to walk? take me by the hand and help the broken stand and walk will you? Will you?
Thank you so much, Jimmy Harrod, for lending your amazing voice to Compassion in Action tonight. We're fortunate to have such raw talent right here in Portland. And if Jimmy's performance inspired you or touched your heart as it does mine, please show your support for Central City Concern with your generous gift. You'll be supporting CCC's full range of integrated services, and you'll be directly funding support of housing, health, recovery, and job opportunities for people transitioning out of homelessness. These are proven solutions that help people move from crisis to stability, from pain to hope. So whatever you can give, whatever amount is meaningful to you, now is the time. And you can continue to donate after our show ends. I'd like to thank you all once again for tuning in and joining us for this extraordinary show tonight. And before we head back to Brenda Braxton, I'd like to again thank our generous sponsors. Our presenting sponsor, U.S. Bank. Platinum sponsors, Larry and Pam Nato Family Charitable Fund, Providence Health Plan, and Walsh Construction. Our producing sponsors, Care Oregon, Coin Meter, Kaiser Permanente, PNC Bank, and RAIN, the Growth Agency. Our premier sponsors, Autodesk, Becker Capital, Brown & Brown Northwest, Goldsmith Blocks, Legacy Health, McHugh & Gisvold LLP, Miller Nash, the Oregon Clinic, The Standard, and Washman Car Washes. And our patron sponsors, KPFF Consulting Engineers, Sarah Architects, United Fire, and USI Insurance Services. Thanks again to all of our sponsors for their incredible generosity in making tonight's Compassion in Action televised event a reality.
Thanks, Dale, and thanks to all of you who tuned in and showed your generous support by donating. From all of us at KGW and on behalf of our friends at Central City Concern, thank you for joining us for Compassion in Action. Have a good night.